Wagwan guys, it's Jacqueline. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope everybody's having an awesome day. I know I am. I'm gonna be attempting to make Soursop smoothie, aka Soursop juice, Jamaican style. As you can see from my settings, I'm currently in my mom's kitchen. So I'm just gonna show you what the Soursop looks like. Here it is right there. Wish you guys were here to smell it. It smells so sweet. So this Soursop, my mom purchased it. It was like $4 a pound. So this one was $22. So trust me when I tell you, Soursop juice is not a regular thing on the menu, but sometimes when you really feel for it and you want something different with a meal, you can have it. It smells really sweet. The Spanish, I think, call it Guayana. Don't judge me, but I'm doing the best I can to pronounce it. And I know that other cultures also eat this as well. If this is a fruit that you eat in your culture, comment down below and let me know what you call it and how you prepare it. Now there's numerous ways for you to prepare the Soursop. So today I'm just gonna do it the traditional way because I'm at my mom's, of course. You know, they keep everything 100-yard style. Unlike myself, which would probably mix this with something else, but that's another video. Right here I have 2 cans of Grace condensed milk. That's what's gonna give us the sweetness. You don't need any additional sugars because the condensed milk is not only gonna give it a sweetness, but it's also gonna give it a thickness and a nice texture as well. And that's why I can then call it a smoothie instead of a juice, because it's gonna be thick. I have some vanilla extract to add, but you can use whatever extract you like. The Soursop juice, I feel like it would taste really nice with some almond extract as well. So if that's what you have readily available, you can then use that. In this container here, I've got some whole nutmeg. Here's some ground up nutmeg. I smell nutmeg. It always reminds me of Jamaica. And one thing I do with nutmeg too is when I go to Starbucks, which isn't often, I go to Starbucks, I always put nutmeg in my coffee if it's available. If you've never tried nutmeg in your coffee, you ought to. It's really good. In this container, I just have some ground cinnamon. Later on, I'll be adding the water. For a 5-pound Soursop, we're gonna use about 5 cups of water. If you want it to be more like a juice, you can add more water. And then if you want it to be more like a smoothie, you would then add less water. Again, with most Jamaican dishes, the prepping is the most tedious. So for right now, I'm just gonna break it in 2. It's very ripe, guys. When I break the Soursop, it's literally falling apart because it's so ripe, which is how you want it. And here's how it looks up close and personal. So inside we have these little individual pieces. They're called pegs. And then inside the peg are seeds. So you have to go through and take out every single seed out of the pegs. And then you're also gonna wanna take off the outer layers. And you're just gonna pretty much just tear off the outer layer, the green skin. My mom's sitting right here. It smells so good. Ma wants a piece. So I'm gonna break off a little piece for Ma. Here you go, Ma. And I'm gonna break off a little piece of myself. It's so good. It's sweet and creamy. It's got a creamy taste to it. If I can describe the smell of it straight off the bat, it's reminding me of a pineapple. It's got like a creamy texture to it. And at the same time, it's a little tart. You're gonna have to try it for yourself. So if you're ever in the West Indian store, or sometimes you might find this in the Chinese supermarket, depending on where you live, this is something that could be readily available to you, because I know they eat this in the Philippines and different cultures do eat it. But for us, my mom purchased this one at the West Indian supermarket. You already know that this Soursop costs $22. When you take off the skin, there's actually Soursop on it. So you could scrape off the Soursop into a bowl. Oh, okay. So let me just flip the camera around and show you guys. So just scrape off the inside layer there. The skin you're just gonna discard to the side. So as you can see, there's a seed right there. So I'm gonna cut off the top with a sharp scissors. Squirt out the seed to the side. And then here we've got the soursop that we're gonna use to make the juice. Again, you're just gonna cut it. Top part goes in there. I know that in the past, my mom used to buy the soursop frozen as well. Ma, have you bought it frozen lately? And the frozen version is pretty good because, to be honest, if I was making this at home, I would not be going through all of this. The canned version, the frozen version, is also another option that you have. So there's some right there. It's really slippery too, and the texture is very creamy. Not all of the pegs have seeds in them, but the ones that do, you are gonna cut, squeeze out the seed. The seed's about that big, and then put it in the container. That's where I am so far. I'll be back when this is all done and I'll show you what everything looks like and move on to the next step. I've got the soursop all prepped in this large bowl right here. And this here is 4 cups of distilled water. So I'm gonna pour that to make sure it's enough. Here I have another 2 cups of water, and this is distilled water. So in total, I've got 6 cups of water in there. And I'm just gonna give it a stir. So stir everything around. The texture is thick already just from stirring it around. It's got this one's a cinnamon. 1 heaping teaspoon of cinnamon.
But
okay. Hey, come over. Next. So I'm gonna do the vanilla, so 1 teaspoon of the vanilla. And this, of course, you're gonna do to your and I've got the 2 cans of the Grace condensed milk. Taking out as much as I can, and then I'm just going to use some of the liquid to get out the rest because there's still. I'm doing it. Here's the water that I use. It's just distilled water from Walmart. Pretty much to just get the, and this just ensures I get all the condensed milk. Loosen up all the condensed milk inside as well. Smells so good, guys. I wish you were here right now to smell it with me. The combination with the nutmeg and the cinnamon, scrumptious. And this is why it's called a smoothie, because you can already see the thickness of that. And I'd have to say there's about scrumptious. Last and final step is the blending. Because everything's mixed up already, there's no sweetening needed. We're just gonna it's fine, come down here. And I'm gonna go through all the motions. That first speed there was just to chop it up, so the texture was... On a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 20. It's rich, creamy with a little tartness. No, it's like,